What's up everyone, welcome to part 18 of Phantasy Star 4. In today's episode, we're finally going to destroy the Garuberk Tower. It's been like 6 episodes since that thing has been referenced at first, and now we actually get to storm the damn place. The Garuberk Tower is the second dungeon in the game where it felt like it should have been the last dungeon. It goes on forever, and the boss is actually challenging. But no, this is not the last dungeon in the game. In fact, the last dungeon in the game is really short. The last dungeon of the game is literally just the boss fight. That's it! I mean, cool boss fight, but where's the dungeon? That part of the game always seems incomplete to me, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Oh my goodness, if I have to see another Law Atmer! You know what? We're not even going to see another Law Atmer. Hooray! It's been a long mission, hasn't it? Alright, let's get to the Garuberk Tower. Yeah, let's kick some ass. So, not go inside of an ass, I mean kick some ass. What is this? Phantasy Star meets Contra. The Garuberk Tower is very, I'm just gonna say it's bullshit. Oh, I get to show off the black hole. This move is awesome. I like this combination. This is a combination where you combine Rune's Negatus skill, that's what it's called, Negatus, and Kyra's Gigra. You have to put it in order of Negatus, then Gigra, otherwise the move won't work. And sometimes it doesn't even work just because. But also, Black Hole. How come the others are not sucked in? Come on, it's a black hole, it eats everything. Everything! There's even a movie about it by Disney. It was freaking awesome too, it had Ernest Borgnine in it. That's enough about that tangent. The enemies in this place are kinda difficult. Actually, I say that this is the first and only place where the enemies will get extremely tough, out of nowhere. These hack and left monsters are not too dangerous, but the deeper you get into the tower, the more deadly everything becomes. It's like the random encounters become mini boss fights on their own. Gravity still rocks. Outside of battle, you have to look for these eyeballs in order to open some doorways and progress. That's the main gimmick of the Garuberk Tower, just touching giant eyes. This place is a bit strange, holy hell. Anyway, the Garuberk Tower has a bunch of different floors to it, making this the single largest place in the game. The first eyeball is going to be on the left side here, and there's a treasure chest up north. All it is a trimate, which you're probably going to need, so pick it up anyway. Again with the douchebag in front of the freaking box. Let's see what happened. Kyra's kind of at low health, and everybody else seems okay at the moment. So let's heal Kyra and get out of here, quickly. 4 Frost Sabers on the same screen. These guys can cast a ban, which doesn't really matter because he hit hard now. It's honestly very insane how you cut through their shields. They don't do that much damage, so these guys are not really a big threat. I don't even know why these guys are in here. We're in the guts of some sort of creature tower thing. And ice guys. I guess they can step outside in the cold weather, but I don't know. It seems too warm in here. Anyway, we got more Chaos Sorcerers. They attack with weak magical skills like Fleshy and Hewn. It's pretty pathetic actually. Just like Rune said in the previous part, you just focus on one guy until he dies and then focus on the other one. Or if you're feeling frisky, just attack him at the same time. Wow, that barely did any damage. Wren took the most damage from that one, but then again he's a robot and he has no magic defense. That's one thing you have to watch out for, is Wren getting one-shotted by magic tech you're not expecting. That's where Rune and Kyra, for the limited amount of time she's in the party, comes into play. Spoiler alert, Kyra's not going to be in the party for much longer. Which is kind of a shame too, because I like Kyra. She's awesome. Anyway, the POW shield is it's an okay weapon. I use it more as an item, more so than an actual shield. It has the same properties as Shift, in that you can actually buff up your character's attack stats, but that's about it. The POW shield can be permanently missed if you don't collect it now. The tower just kind of self-destructs on itself after you finish it. So that's why you can't get the shield again. Or, you can't get the shield after you finish this place. And it looks like Chaz has learned the highest level of healing, which is Naris. Or Naras. It's supposed to be Naras, but it looks like Naris. Okay, let's see where I can go next. As soon as I can get away from all the damn monsters. Stepping through this door elevator vein thing, and we got more... Oh god, what is this stuff? This game is trying so hard to show us some body horror, but it's still an E-rated game, so it has to go with the green pustule veins, or whatever this shit is. I don't know what it is. I don't know, it kind of looks like the innards of a tauntaun from The Empire Strikes Back. That's what those green veins remind me of. Anyway, the Raidens are... They're here. They're a thing. They die just as easily as anything else in here. In fact, they die super easily compared to... Rika just insta-killed that guy. Some of Rika's claws has a special property that insta-kills evil enemies. I'm not sure if it's the Silver Tusk, which I think I've gotten rid of actually, so maybe not. Or maybe it's the Genocide Claw that I picked up last part in the Air Castle. The Firestorm is just as good now as it was the first time I started using it. Rune leveled up again. This is the point of the game where everybody stops gaining new abilities and skills, mainly because they already learned everything. Although I think Rune still has one more skill left to learn. And Chaz also has one more skill left to learn. Should I choose to actually learn that skill, that is. Anyway, we got 2 Frost Sabers with 1 Hacking left. Ow! Oh jeez. Why Acid Breath? And why Air Slashes? You guys suck. I think I should talk about Kyra's specialties. She specializes more in healing and some fire attacks, but not, like, she's not well-rounded like Rune is. In the offensive magic department, she's more of a healer. But not as much of a healer as Raja is. I mean, Raja pretty much got all your bases covered. He's the easy mode of this game. Which is kind of why I was disappointed when he left the party, but we're working towards actually fixing him. Hopefully. Moon Slasher! Nice. We're gonna need that added attack power for Kyra. A slicer that contains light from the moon. Let's equip it! Do I want to sacrifice defense for more offense? Yes, I do. I honestly do, because I want to kill things quickly. Like these guys, the King Sabers. All high and mighty like that. These guys are powerful. They have these massive ray spears that ignore magic defense and shields. It is extremely powerful. So what you want to do is kill them quickly. Which is the good thing because they have really poor defense. Ouch. Okay, that's not the ray spears. Those are just the normal attacks. Okay, good. We don't get to see the ray spears. Those are deadly. Those are honestly the deadliest attacks in the game. Oh, we got another Genocide Claw. That's interesting. The floors in this place can look kind of similar to one another after a while. You'll know when you're getting close when you see spores in the air. And the good thing about these spores is they're not the spores that will turn you into a zombie / infected like The Last of Us. They're just decoration, I guess. The ghoul enemies are kind of annoying, especially when they're with another set of enemies. You want to kill them quickly, otherwise they'll do tons of damage. And the weird thing about this game is, it mixes up 2 sets of enemies, but never 3 or 4 sets of enemies at once. It's kind of bizarre, it's only 2 sets at a time. So it's like, you get a ghoul with a Frost Saber, or a Frost Saber with a Hacking Left monster, but it's never a ghoul with a frost saber with a hacking left. For all the limitations and problems Phantasy Star 3 had, it did at least put a whole bunch of different types of monsters together in one collective group. And that's the one thing I'll praise Phantasy Star 3 over 4 is that they mixed up the monsters better in that game. That's it! Damn it! It's a dead end. And not even treasure to plunder. What a cruel joke! Let's see, I'm going to use fire against the ghouls, and Chaos Sorcerer I'll just attack normally. Look at the damage rollout. That's not even my highest level of fire, and Rune killed the zombie in one hit. I kinda overleveled for this part of the game a bit, but again, the enemies still hit hard, just like that zombie did. Zombies are usually one of the most annoying enemy types in video games, but here they're not too bad. They just kind of stand in place and wait for you to hit them in the face. Now, if you want really annoying zombies, especially in RPGs, the zombies from Shining Force and Shining Force 2, oh, they can dodge your attacks all day. They're just freaking annoying in those games. But anyway, here's one of the toughest enemies in the game, the Dark Marauder. He has very, very high defense, both magically and physically, but he's very, very easily defeated with insta-kill attacks. Or Rika's Claws, which could potentially insta-kill him anyway because of the Genocide Claw properties. The ground is pulsating, which is another sign that we're getting close to the boss of this place. Well, let's see what's over here real quick. Kyra leveled up again and learnt Nefoy. Stardew. Okay, nice. Just as long as we have alternative methods of healing, I'm good. And we're gonna need a lot of healing because the boss of this place is tough. So I know about the old Phantasy Star lore extensively, but what's my knowledge on the new games like Online and Universe and Zero? I haven't played a single Phantasy Star game that was released after the first online game on Dreamcast. I've heard good things about the later series, but to be honest, I don't think it has the same charm as the 80s and 90s JRPGs. I'm just surprised that Sega hasn't gone for a single-player Phantasy Star game since Zero on the DS in 2008. Honestly, I would like to see a return to that. Just make another Phantasy Star trilogy that takes place somewhere else in space, have amazing characters that I can relate to, and just have a badass story. But I can kinda see why Sega's still going the online route. I mean, the online games are super popular in Japan, and they have better sales than the standard RPGs. Which is still kind of a good thing. People are still fondly remembering the series, or playing some of the games, and it's not dead in a ditch somewhere. Oh wow, that was morbid phrasing. But you know what I mean. People have not forgotten about Phantasy Star, and there's still some form of games being made. But if they're not going to make a single-player Phantasy Star game again, at least release Generation 1 and 2 here in America in full English. That's what I really want. I can dream of things, but then again, this is Sega we're talking about. We got a new enemy type in DM Lars. These goons are freaking tough. These guys have super high HP. They're bosses on their own, basically. Which I'm questioning, why are they even in here? We already have a tough enough boss as is. Gonna try and kill them as quickly as possible without wasting my resources. Ha! He missed Rika. Good stuff. Now let's actually finish these guys off. Let's see what I could pull off next. I'm trying to save my magic for the boss. You can see I'm already running low on Rune's TP. That's not good for Rune because if he runs out of TP, he's virtually useless. Let's see here. Chaz leveled up and learnt Nizan, which is the greatest level of wind magic he can learn. I should keep an eye on Kyra's TP as well, she's running low too. There's no safe haven in this dungeon like there is in the air castle, so you really gotta manage your skills here. Doesn't help that the enemies keep popping up every 5 seconds. Yep, this is definitely the hardest dungeon in the game, alright? Limited resources, a lot of enemies that want to kill you, and it's long. Super long. But on the bright side, the dungeons from here on out are a bit easier, and there's also not that many dungeons left in this game after this. We're getting close to the end, folks. We got a whole bunch of side quests that we still haven't done yet, a couple of dungeons, and a couple of story sequences left. The more I realize that this game is short, this game is actually way shorter than I thought it was. Even by 16-bit RPG standards, I can compare this to a 30-minute TV episode. Yeah, there's a lot that happens in those 30 minutes, but it's still 30 minutes. Or in this case, 15 hours. Which is really not that long for an RPG. Actually, now that I think about it, all the Phantasy Star games are kind of short. Except for the third one, but that's taking into account that there's 3 generations to go through in that game. And there's also backtracking. Oh boy, the backtracking of Doom! I always hated that aspect of Phantasy Star 3. It was needless. It felt like the game was being padded out for way longer than it should. At least with the first and second game, in this game it felt like you're always moving forward at all times. But not the third game. You're backtracking. Almost every time. Don't get me wrong, I still like Phantasy Star 3 from a gameplay level more than 2, but from a story level, 2 and 4 are the best in the series. But the backtracking in 3 is just, no, I can deal without it. Okay, there we go. This pathway is now open, and now we can go to the boss. Oh god, the spores are back, and they're moving with the screen. That means we're getting close. Damn, I only have 8 charges of Kyra's medical ability left. I gotta be careful. Alright, here we are. The final room. Let's see what terror awaits us. After yet another random battle... I'm just trying to see what's in this treasure chest. Oh, it's a Stardew. We're definitely going to need that for the boss fight. Let's see here. We got... everybody looks like they're almost topped off. Let me heal Rune real quick. What's that? Is that Dark Force? It sure is. Comparing search data, it is not similar to any object that was on Kyra. So there were 2 Dark Forces? Yeah, I don't know how to explain this. Not just Desolus. He's messing with the entire Algol solar system. Dark Force senses our presence. He is attacking. Exactly what we were hoping for. Let's go, everybody! Alright, Dark Force round 2. Apparently, the final boss of the first 3 games is now just a boss in this game. Motherfucker got demoted. Anyway, Dark Force round 2 is very difficult. He's got a couple attacks that will just flat out kill you if you're not prepared. I'm gonna use Psycho Wand to impede his performance, that way he doesn't kill us super easily. Alright, prepping everybody up for the incoming suckage. Now watch this light shower attack. It is super nasty towards Wren. 222 damage, that is insane. Lightning attacks against robots and androids is just multiplied damage, which makes sense, if you think about it. Now this Dark Force's weaknesses are light attacks, lightning attacks, and fire attacks. So I gotta be sure to do those for the most damage, but I also gotta keep my health in line. I might have to sacrifice Rika's turn in order to heal the entire group. I'm not sure though. But I want to damage the boss. Yeah, I'm going with healing. It'll be troublesome if somebody dies right now. I forgot how funny the gravity spell makes everything look. Whenever you use the gravity spell, everything jerks up and down, but it's in 2-frame animation, so it just looks really jarring. Especially coming from a game where everything has at least 10 frames of animation, that is really weird. Anyway, this guy has another attack which is called Shadow Breath, which is a singular targeting attack, but it also does a lot of damage. But the payoff with the Shadow Breath is it doesn't harm multiple people in your party at once. So now I can go on the offensive and actually do damage to this guy. Starting with Rika. With 278 points of damage, that's a lot. He paid me back for that one with Light Shower. Oh, that's okay. I'll find some way to do some more damage. Let's see here. I kind of want Rika to do some more damage. And I want Kyra to use a Stardew. Nice, that looked like it hurt. And that looked like it hurt too. Gotta love big numbers in RPGs. When the big numbers are in your favor, of course. Let's see, I want to heal up Kyra, but I'm trying to do some damage as soon as possible too. No, you keep doing double slash. Kyra's gonna heal herself. I was kind of worried that this fight was going to go south at the last minute because I was running out of TP and magic abilities and skills, but everything pulled through at the end. It's all about what does the most damage in one turn. Deadliness is the key to winning, but that's not to say that you have to be aggressive all the time. You still have to be careful, because the enemies are equally as deadly. And now I found out what the other 5 most dangerous things in the world are. Huh, Elise, you're a genius. Man, she really should have been a Force Ghost in this game. Ah, damn it. Of course this game has to be realistic in that regard. But I'm sure we'll see Elise again soon in some fashion or another. Anyway, what am I gonna do next? Good stuff so far by the party members. Kyra, Kyra, you need to practice a bit more. I'm gonna say it right now, I love the sound design of the Shadow Breath. It sounds like a really demonic vacuum cleaner. I'm sure he's gonna do it again soon, but that sound is like, what the hell was that? But never mind about that, we should be drawing closer to the end of the fight. Let me use my most powerful attacks here. Yeah, what the fuck is that sound? It's just so weird. And here I thought the Squaresoft RPGs on Super Nintendo and PlayStation had some funky sounds. But with this, I'm gonna have to reconsider that this is probably the creepiest sounding RPG of all time. Actually no, there's that one scene in Chrono Trigger where there's this distinctive screech sound. If you played the game, you'll know what I'm talking about. Come on, how is he still alive? Ah, not the light shower again. I hate the light shower. It does so much damage to Wren. Poor robot doesn't deserve this shit. Chaz, Rune, and Rika can take it like champs. Sometimes, but Wren? No, I gotta look out for my boy Wren. Oh man, I'm really running out of skills for Rune. Need to finish this right now. This is pretty much the last hurrah. Okay, to ban again. I don't know why. Oh good, he sacrificed his turn to do some sort of stupid attack. Now I can actually go in on him. I'm gonna do the shooting star, which decided to work for once. And success! Oh, I was really hoping the shooting star would work. And finally it did, so there we go. Let's see, I think Rune leveled up and Chaz leveled up. Oh no, Rika leveled up, and she learned Nasar, which is a group healing technique that's awesome. We've done it, Chaz. Yes! The storm! It's over! Look at the sky! It's beautiful. The black energy wave has stopped. I bet the patients of Meese are already recovering. It's finally over. Good. Thank you. It's because of your cooperation that this was possible. It was pretty presumptuous of me to think that I can do it all alone. No problem. I'm glad for you, Kyra. Now, I shall return to Meese. There's still a lot of work ahead of me. So long, Chaz. You're quite a darling. Just like a baby brother. What? Don't be ridiculous. That's what makes you so endearing. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Let's. You were a little different from my expectations, but you certainly did not bring shame to your name. We'll meet again soon. Huh? Oh yes. So long. See you later. She's gone, oh no. She called me her baby brother. Am I that undependable? Well, you have improved some, but you're still a lot like me. Well, I can't compare to you. After all, you're Let's. You want to get whooped again? I always love that line. You guys never quit, do you? Well, no, they never quit. Just like this game. There are so many false freaking endings here. What was that? It's Gumbia's temple. What's going on? We've defeated Dark Force. Let's go and see. Alright, so that's actually kind of the end of the third chapter of the game. Again, this game does not have a chapter system, but if there's a chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4, this would probably be the end of it. Chapter 3, that is. Anyway, let's check on Reshel, which is already being rebuilt. At last, we can breathe easy. We're going to build Reshel back to its original splendor. No, even better than that. Yeah, it's no longer a dreaded zombie town. Looks like it will be back to normal soon. Well, good. And there is a weapon shop here, but it's not fully stocked with the good stuff yet, so you might have to wait a bit. There's an endless number of good and bad memories, but somehow it's hard to abandon a town where you lived your entire life. Yes and no. If we work hard, those people who abandoned this town will come back. You'll see. You'll all see. Are you sure that everything is alright now? There better not be zombies springing out from everywhere anymore. Ugh. Daddy has gone next door to help out. He told me to be good and just wait. It's good to see this town is finally coming along. I mean, the last time we were here was just a town full of zombies. If I'm going to be open for business in a newly remodeled store, I'd better have a tempting sale. Yes, you do. Anyway, let's see what's here. Laconia shield, Laconia... Oh, okay, maybe they do have some good equipment here. But it's not fully stocked yet. I probably won't need it. Anyway, let's check on Raja to see if he's okay. I also like that everything looks brighter and colorful now. It's not all desaturated and gray looking like it was before. I mean, come on, who likes gray? Nobody likes the color gray. This person, they say his name is Raja? It's great that he's getting better, but he keeps telling these stupid jokes. How do you put up with him? I'm not his guardian. I'm feeling better, but I still need a lot more time in bed. I see you haven't changed, Raja. It's good to see Raja getting better and Kyra taking care of him for some reason. Let's talk to this guy. I'm glad that Kyra is safe and sound. Though she's so wild, she's everyone's idol. Yeah, that's Kyra for you. Spitfire of epic proportions. Anyway, that's gonna be it for part 18. Tune in next part.